Hi everybody, Graham here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance. We are a cloud nation, we're an emerging nation. We've been around about 4 years putting in solid foundations so that we can be here for generations to come. Not just a few weeks, months or years, generations. We're now improving the strength of our economy, and that will benefit the liquidity and value of our currency, and that will again in turn benefit all our citizens because they get free handouts of our currency every month. Anybody can be a citizen. There's no cost to join, there's no obligation. You just join, prove that you're a real person, and that's all there is to it. Once you are a citizen, there are lots of other options open to you. Many of them you can get involved in without putting your hand in your pocket. And the others you can make a little bit of money and use that to get into everything else. So it can be totally free, but it can be time consuming and longer than you want. So a lot of members like to throw a few dollars into the pot to get where they want to go faster and easier. Okay. Once you become a citizen, we recognize you as a human being. And you may think, well, everybody's a human being. Well, they are, yeah, but we don't separate you because you are fat, thin, tall, short, black, white, male or female or anything else. We just see you as a human being, and that's it. And it's a non-separatist ideology. We recognize that every human being is unique, has something unique to offer our community, and therefore is of equal value to every other member of our community. And we have a little affirmation that helps us with that non-separatist ideology that we have. And we'll be reciting that little affirmation in a moment, after we have a little prayer to help us find what we all seek in life: happiness. True happiness. I'm not talking about short-term pleasure you get because you bought that new car, or you've been on the holiday, or you've had a successful date or anything like that. I'm talking about that lasting happiness that stops you searching for things and you can't buy it. A lot of people with a lot of money still wondering what it is they need, and they're after more. I want more of something. They don't know what it is. It's happiness. It's that inner joy that comes, and it can only be found through loving service to others. The great thing about being of loving service to others is that it attracts into your life everything else that you want and need. So you don't have to be chasing after money or worrying about how you're going to make the time to be with the kids or anything else. It'll all just happen for you. So that's what our little prayer's about. Then we'll have that little affirmation. Then we'll get into what's been going on today. And before we do that, let's just have a look at who's in the comments. We got Lewis in from Portugal. We got Ron in from Amsterdam, Colin from South Africa, Eric from Canada, Maureen from London, England, Orin from Monrovia, Liberia. Okay, so let's get started right away with that little prayer and the affirmation, and then we can get on with the business of the day. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and that through that love, bless each member that they may find the joy of service, and through service attract true happiness and everything they want and need into their lives. Amen. And our little affirmation: we're so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world, with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind and soul of thy world. Okay, have we got anybody else in? No. Okay, are we working in Facebook? Yes, we are. We're working in Facebook and YouTube, which are the main channels that people follow us on, but we should also be broadcasting on X and Twitch. Occasionally we get a few people in on Twitch. I don't think we've ever seen anybody come in from X. Okay, we have Peter in from Kettering in the UK. Right, let me start with the numbers, because there's a big important one in here. So let's start with that. Let me put a light on because it's getting a bit dark in here. We've got a cloudy day today. It'll help me see the numbers. Okay. Right, the first number is we had an increase of 1,730 new members in the 777 plan in the last 24 hours. That's pretty big. Okay. We only launched on the 8th of March. We're still in soft launch and still making little adjustments here and there to make sure that we can balance everything out, keep everything working the way that it should. So 1,730 in the last 24 hours, taking us up to 16,120 members in the 777 plan. Our registered members in the last 24 hours went up by 55 to 43,446. And our active members, and these are people that can make withdrawals from our community to outside of our community. And it's pretty simple, so I don't know why everybody isn't an active member. All you've got to do is confirm your identity, do our KYC verification. It's as simple as getting a photo ID, uploading a picture of it, and then a picture of you holding it. And that's all there is to it. And that's your KYC done. And on top of that, all you've got to do is log in to your account at least half the available days in a month. And you're an active member. And then you can enjoy withdrawing your spoils from all the programs that we offer you. But it went up by 4 in the last 24 hours to 2,372. Multiply Weether, which is a sister site, which is dormant really at the moment from an income point of view, but it is still powerful as an advertising site. But we got no new members in there in the last 24 hours. However, when you log in, you get a revenue share, and the revenue share added about $1 to our bonus pool, which is available there. And it took it up to $10,418. The compensation side of that site will be rejuvenated once we have our 2 current projects totally completed. And that is the 777 plan, which I mentioned. And the other thing we're working on is the Share Hope plan. We're hoping we can get that launched this month, but I can't promise it. I can never promise any dates that are linked to programming codes or development or whatever you want to call them. Okay, let's have a look. We've got a few more people in. We've got Buzina in from Edinburgh in Scotland. We've got Richard in from Devon in England. We've got Werner in from South Africa. We've got Deborah in from Southern Alabama, USA, and we've got Nankyep from Nigeria. All joined us in the last few minutes. So those are the numbers, and that's quite a staggering number to increase by 1,700 in a day. I've been talking about the balancing because we are in soft launch, and today we did make a change that I've been saying we would probably be looking at in level 2. In level 2, you will no longer give or receive pass-ups. Positions 2 and 4 will be used in the same way as position 3 in every level, and that is you retain that person, and you will in other levels get pass-ups from that person as they follow you through, but you don't earn any commission for that person. The funds from that commission you would have earned, and also the administration fee that would have been earned, go into the bank for the gifted entries that we give to people. And we're hoping that that is going to get closer to balancing the gifted entries with the members and everything else. We've got to get that balance absolutely spot on. So that is a change that we've made today. We did it because it wasn't a big thing to do in the code. It was, you know, like 30-40 minutes. So that has been done today. The modified PDF for the 777 plan will be available for you tomorrow. Okay, I didn't get it completed today. It's not a big change, but it's just another thing that takes a little bit of time. Okay. So that is that is one of the things we've been doing. I also discussed with Devyani the way that we will integrate the ShareHope plan, and I believe we've saved a little bit of time with some of the way that I've analyzed the systems, rather than, I mean, I'm not a programmer, not a developer, but I have a pretty good logical mind, so I think we agreed, well, I know we agreed that we would do it in a slightly different way, and that hopefully will simplify things and make it a little bit faster, and maybe we'll get it completed by the end of this month. So we discussed that, and we went into the details of that, and we got that arranged today. What else? Let me... There were quite a lot of things that we did today, and on top of that, we got a couple more people in as well. We've got Don in from Canada, British Columbia, Norman from Doncaster in England. Eric from Canada says, what about the people that were already passed up in level 2? That what happened in the past is there, and it sticks. It's exactly the same. So if you've received people in level 2 that have been passed up to you, you retain them. If you've passed up people in level 2, then they stay passed up to whoever got them. We don't change. We're not changing anything. We're not going back and trying to correct everything. That would be horrendous. All we're doing is saying, right, from now, there will be no further pass-ups received or given. It will generate more free entries. In addition, people have sometimes asked why we charge a fee for withdrawals. We have a $2 fee for withdrawals, and there are lots of reasons for it. But the actual funds from that, where does it go? And that, again, goes into the gifted entries bank. So it's just another way that we put funds in to help people get started in the 777 plan that can't afford to get started at a level where they'll be making money faster, which is at level 3. Level 1 and level 2 are building levels, if you like. They are the foundations for your plan. They're where you get started, where you start building up a team automatically, and where we generate we generate in all levels, but we concentrate on trying to generate quickly some funds for the gifted entries in levels 1 and 2. So those are the 2 building levels. If you join as a gifted member, you join in that level 1 gifting, gifted position only. It's the only way that you can get into just level 1 is as a gifted member, and then you have to work your way up through into level 2. And well, you don't have to work your way up. You can, as a gifted member, say, okay, well, I'll use that $5 because it'll save me $5. I'll still buy level 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 or whatever you want to buy. Okay, so you can progress a little bit faster if you put your hand in your pocket, but you can also just rely on the system and work your way through level 2 and into level 3. And level 3 is where the bigger money starts coming in, because it's what, a $16 commission as opposed to $4 commission in level 1. An $8 commission in level 2. And the maximum you can earn in level 1 is $17. But if you're gifted in and you don't refer anybody, the maximum you can earn is only $2, because you've got to refer somebody to fill position 1. And position 1 is a $5 commission. Okay. Let's have a look. We've got a few more people. Could you go through level 2 again? Yes, I will do. Just give me a minute and I'll check these other. Level 2 is like level 1 now. No. And we've got Vengodelbert. Oh, hi. I don't know how you pronounce that lot. From Chile in South America. Lovely to have you with us. And that is, I think, on Twitch. It is, yeah. So we got somebody in from Twitch, which we do get occasionally, not often, but you're very welcome. Most of our citizens and people just looking and finding a little bit out about us come in either through YouTube or through the Facebook pages. Right, let's explain level 2. Level 1, people are pretty familiar with that. You know how it goes. We're not changed level 1. We're not changing level 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. The only change that we're making in level 2, at this moment in time, there might be more changes that come in the future. We're still in soft launch, but the only change we're making, or we've made actually currently, is instead of position 2 and position 4 in level 2 being passed up to your sponsor in level 2, they are retained by you. So it means that you will no longer get any people passed up to you in level 2 either, but you'll retain everybody that comes through from level 1. So all your level 1 and all the pass ups that you get in level 1 and everything else following you through into level 2 will still continue to fill position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and on to infinity. But there'll be no pass ups given or received. So position 2 and position 4, you will no longer pass up or receive anybody from the fact that other people are passing up to you. You will retain the people that are in position 2 and position 4, and it will be exactly the same as position 3 in level 2. And in fact, in all the levels, position 3 is the same. You retain the person, but you don't get a commission for it, for that person, for their sale. The funds that would have paid you a commission go into the bank for the gifted entries to help drive the system for everyone, including you. Okay. And the people that are in your pay line. The more people that we get pushed through because of the gifted entries, the faster the system works for everyone. So it's beneficial. The more you give, the more you will get, the more you will receive. It's biblical in a way, not just the Bible as we know it, but also, and pretty much every religious book out there, and in fact every personal development book out there, they all tell you the more you give, the more you'll receive. And that's what our plan is based on. So in level 2, as people follow you through, or as you introduce them. I mean, if you refer somebody and they get started as a paid member for just $35, it gets them in level 1, 2, and 3 straight into the bigger money. Then they fill your positions in exactly the same way. Your first referral, whether it comes following you through from level 1 or whether it is a personal referral that joins, the first one will go into position 1 in level 2, and you will earn a $10 commission. And that'll pay you back for your purchase in level 2. So you're now breaking even in level 2. Now, the next person that you refer, either as a person following you through from level 1 or a personal referral, goes into level 2. Position 2 in level 2. And you retain them, and they will follow you into into level 3. But you won't get paid a commission for them in level 2, nor will you get paid a commission for the person that goes into position 3 or position 4 in level 2. You would not have got commissions for them anyway, you'd have passed them up, but you're still not getting commissions for them, but you're retaining those people. They will follow you through into level 3. The commissions that you would have received for positions 2, 3, and 4 would be $10 for position 2. Well, it's been $8 and $8 and $8, but the admin gives up their fee as well, which is $2. So it means that we've got $30 that goes into the bank for free entries. It produces 6 more free entries. Will that be enough? I'm hoping it will, but I don't think it will. Okay. We won't know until we see how the progress goes through the other levels and how fast we get people through in those other levels, because those other levels in position 3 produce more gifted entry funds. But how will it balance? We don't know until we wait and see how things are working out. I'm hoping that it will all balance out now, but I have a feeling that we're still going to need to make some small adjustments, and but I'm not going to make them until we know we need to make them. They're not going to get anybody suffering or anything. There will be changes, but as I say, the more you give, the more you're going to get. And this plan is unique. We've got nothing to base it on other than our own experience. We can do all the projections in the world, but they don't give the same results as real life. And so in real life, we have to monitor the results and make any changes that are needed in real life. And we will continue to do that while we're in soft launch. And when we get it all nicely balanced, that's it. Boom. We are in full launch at that point in time. Shouldn't take us very long, but we have to keep monitoring the situation on a daily basis. We had somebody asking, I'm not sure whether it was, no, it wasn't. It was a ticket asking where they get paid commissions from the 777 plan. And you get paid commissions from any plan into the same place, your available cash wallet. And from there, you can do what you want with them. You can move them to the exchange, and from the exchange, you can change them into US, into Tether. Not sure, is it USDT? It's Tether anyway on the Binance Smart Chain. It's a BEP20 token, Tether token, which is tied to the US dollar. So you can exchange them into there. And if you are an active member, in other words, if you've done your KYC and you logged in half the available days, you can withdraw them to any wallet you like and switch them into any currency that you want anywhere in the world and buy anything that you want with them. Okay. So that is what happens. They go into your available cash wallet. Okay. Let's have a look. We've got somebody else in. We've got Ahmad in from Nigeria, Andrew in from Auckland in New Zealand. Orin in says, if I'm understanding you well, sir, are you saying level $1, $2? No, are no longer passive in the 777 program again. I'm not understanding your question. The plan is not designed to be passive, but it will cater for passive members. That hasn't changed. Nothing's changed. The only thing we're changing is that instead of passing people up in level 2, you're retaining them. They'll stay with you. But the commission that you would have earned from that person is going into the bank to provide gifted entries to help people get started. So there's no change. People can still be passive. It's better if they're not from their point of view. It's better if they're not from the plan's point of view. It's better all round if they're not totally passive, but they can be totally passive and they will still prosper. But it'll take a lot longer to get your first commission in your pocket as a totally passive member. You're looking at 2 to 3 months. That's fine, because you can do that and it will continue to grow your income over time. But if you've got $35, you're a lot better putting that in and getting straight into level 1, 2, and 3. Or if you've got more, you can get into the additional levels as well. But more importantly, if you are active, if you refer just one person instead of waiting 2, 3 months or whatever it takes to get your first commission, you refer one person, you get your first commission immediately. And once you've got your first commission, you're going to get additional commissions coming in regularly. Even if you don't refer anybody else after that first person, you're going to start seeing commissions coming in on a regular basis. And by the time you've gone 3 months or whatever the passive person has gone, you've got a pocket full of money where he's just starting to see his first $4 commission. It makes sense to just refer as many people as you can, but at least one, because it makes a big difference to you. If you get out there and you refer 2, 3, 4, 5 people, of course, you'll make a lot more money and you'll make it a lot faster. But if you choose to be totally 100% passive, you can be. Just be patient. You have to give the system time to work for you. Okay? So it's not changing the fact that people can be passive. Where if I've lost that, which I think was what Orin was asking. And we've got Reynold in from Trinidad and Tobago. He's saying greetings to the whole community. It's good to be with you all today from Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah. I know you had a bit of trouble finding us for whatever reason, Reynold, but you've got us on Facebook now. I know you. I think I saw it in a support ticket or an email, you saying that you couldn't find the live updates anymore. Okay. Anyway, you found them. They are also, of course, on the main website. If you go to there, you've got links to either YouTube or X or Twitch or the Facebook page where the updates are broadcast. Okay. So I don't know whether that's answered your question, Orin. I hope it has. And I always appreciate the questions, and I'm sure all the members do, whether they're watching live or whether they're watching replays, because it helps clarify exactly how things work. And it is important, particularly with the 777 plan, because there's nothing else like it. There is no program anywhere that I know of that has ever been, and certainly isn't around today, as far as I'm aware, unless they've started copying us already, that is like the 777 plan. And so it is important that you get to understand it. There was a nice comment in the We Share Abundance Publicly Facebook group from a member saying that he'd woken up to another $18 in commissions, and he'd now earned, I think, over $850 since we started, which was only on the 8th of March. So he's a happy member, and I'm sure we've got a lot more happy members. And post your happiness in the group, particularly if you made withdrawals, because that's what people love to see. They love to see that you've actually made a withdrawal, you've got money in your hand. So many times people say, but can you withdraw it? Have you withdrawn your money? So if you have, let people know. I know there are a lot of you that are still just hoarding it in your available cash wallet, because I get a report of all the wallet balances on a regular basis, and to make sure that we cover those balances, so that if everybody was to say, okay, I'm going to withdraw now, boom, the funds are there available for you. It's there. All you've got to do is be an active member, and you can cash in at any time. Okay. I can't see any more questions. Have we got any more? Oh yeah, here we go. Beyond Infinity car. Got a strange situation. I'm not quite sure what happened here, but they did definitely send the funds to the dealership. However, the dealership's bank refused the funds for whatever reason. Don't ask me. I don't know. I'm not a banker. I used to work in a bank, but I wasn't in banking many years ago. I in fact was building pension funds for offshore companies in the United States, but I was employed by a bank, but not involved in banking. And I don't like banks, and I don't like banking, and I don't understand why a bank would refuse the transfer of funds. But anyway, they did. So the funds came back to Beyond Infinity. Beyond Infinity got in touch with the dealership, and the dealership have now provided additional banking information for Beyond Infinity, who are now going to resend those funds. So it's a pity that they don't all deal in crypto. It's so much simpler, isn't it? However, they don't, and the banking world has its own rules and things, and the funds should be sent again today. Where are we? Wednesday. With a bit of luck, they'll get there by Friday. But if it takes the same amount of time as it did last time, which was it should have been 4 working days. If they send today, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it's going to be Tuesday of next week before the funds are actually cleared into the dealership's bank, and we can progress with the car. And once we've got the car, we can sell it. And once we sell it, we get the money in the treasury, and we can distribute it to those members that are so deserving that have helped us in the past. Okay. I've got Orin here. Let me see. I'm sorry, there was a mistake in what I wanted to ask, but you have answered my question anyway. Thanks. Okay, great. I'm glad we got your question answered and we got things cleared up. Yeah, I didn't fully understand it the way that it was put. It may have been a typing error. It may have been whatever else, but it may have been just me not understanding things, in all honesty. So no need to apologize. I'm really grateful for your question, and I'm glad that my ramblings did answer it for you. Okay, right. Have we got anything else, folks? Have we got anything else? Any more questions or anything? That pretty much covers it. If you are in the United States or Canada and you enjoy playing card games, I think there's only two of them available at the moment, and that is blackjack and poker. One of the programs in our multiple income streams in your dashboard is the 360 Win program. Now it's totally free to play, and you can win. At the moment, I think it's up to $1,000 by winning 2 or 3 or 4. I don't know how many games you win, but I think you win something every time you play. I'm not quite sure how it works because I'm not a player. I'm not there in the countries that can play, and even if I was, I don't think I don't have the time to go and play, and anyway, so I wouldn't be playing. However, I know that a lot of you do have the time and enjoy it, and if you do, get in there. As I say, it is totally free. How do they manage to pay out this money? They have advertising involved in the website. I think they're 20-second ads or something like that, and the revenue from the advertising is what pays for the prizes. And the more people that play, the more advertising revenue there will be, the bigger the prizes will be. As I say, at the moment, it is restricted to North America. I'm not sure whether that includes Mexico. I know Mexico is classed as North America, but I'm not sure whether they can play in the games. But certainly USA and Canada can. However, if you're not in those countries, you can still register. They will be going global at some stage. They won't be, okay, we're now global, boom. But they will be adding other countries in bit by bit over time. And if you're into playing, you'll be able to play once your country is there. But right now, you can still make money with it, okay? You can still make money with it because if you refer people that play that are in the United States or Canada that can play and they win, you win. And I can't remember how much you win. At one time, I think they were proposing a 100% match, but I don't think that's what they're paying now. But you do get something, and it'll be reasonably lucrative if you have people that are playing regularly and winning. If they only win $10 a day, it's $300 in a month. If you only get 10% of it, and I think you get a lot more than that, but you'd have to read the website. It's still $30 just for having referred somebody. $30 a month is better than not having any money, isn't it? Okay, so it's well worth taking a look at. If you're not registered, register, and if you do know anybody that can play, get them in. And if there are a lot of people that really like to play blackjack and poker, and get them in there, and hopefully they'll make some money, and so will you. Okay, what else? We've got Michael in from the Bahamas. So what if I just introduce someone WSA? Would that still get the credit as 777? They have to join the 777 plan, Michael. It's a paid plan. They have to pay to join it. It's $35 and they get into levels 1, 2, and 3. They can pay more and get into all 7 levels, or levels 1 to 4, or 1 to 5, or 1 to 6, or like I say, all 7. But it's a minimum of 35 that gets them into levels 1, 2, and 3. And if you do that, then yeah, they are credited to you. However, okay, and this is important, if you refer people into We Share Abundance, they are always in your genealogy in We Share Abundance. But if they don't join the 777 plan as a paid member, there is a chance that they will be given a gifted position, and that could be under you if you're in the 777 plan, or it could be under anybody else that's in the 777 plan. As I say, we've got over 16,000 people in there now, and if they have gifted entries that they are not putting somebody in, why wouldn't they? They don't. It's stupid, I know, because it's a totally free position that they can give to somebody they love, and it will guarantee that that person has an income for life. It's not going to make them a fortune overnight, but in 6 months and to 12 months, they're going to really, really appreciate you having just got them to join and put their name in. They don't have to do anything. That's it. Boom, they're in, and the system will work for them. If they choose to do anything, they can start making money very, very quickly with it, and it's cost them nothing, but it's up to them. So why wouldn't you put somebody in that position? I don't know why you wouldn't. There is no logical reason why you wouldn't put somebody into one of those positions. But some people don't. And if they don't, and if we've got people in our waiting list, if you like, in our pool of people that are not in the plan, then the system will pick somebody out. And if it's somebody that is in your network in We Share Abundance, they won't necessarily go into your network in the 777 plan. So if you want to retain them and make sure that they do go into your network in the 777 plan, make sure that they upgrade within 7 days. Okay? If they upgrade within 7 days, you are guaranteed to keep them in your network. If they get a gifted position, it can only happen after a minimum of 7 days. Could be they never get a gifted position, but it could be that they get one on day 8. So get them upgraded if you've referred them. And get them into as many levels as you can. It's better for them, it's better for you, and it's better for the system. Okay? In everything else we do in We Share Abundance, your We Share Abundance genealogy will always be with you. The 777 plan is different. It is unique. It is different than anything that has ever been designed before. So you have to start to understand it is different. Okay. So thanks for your question, Michael. Once again, great to have questions, because they are important things, and people sometimes they've not considered them, or sometimes they might think of them tomorrow, and now they don't have to ask tomorrow. They can ask something else instead. Okay. Right, we're done, I think. I've got no more information for you. No more questions come in. Lovely to have you all here. It's been a pleasure being with you, whether you're watching live or whether you are watching the recording. And I love you all. I will never stop working for you until we are totally 100% self-sustaining and running everything smoothly, at which time we will form a government that will run this for generations to come. It would always be protected in some way so that things will always be as we intended, helping everyone, eliminating greed, banishing poverty. So until tomorrow, do your bit. Get out there, go the extra mile with people, help them, share some love and abundance. Just get them to look. If they don't like it, that's fine. But if they do, help them get started. And then you've done your bit. And then do it again. Okay? Your bit never stops. It keeps going and going and going. Until tomorrow, I'll see you later, alligator. I'll be here same time, same place, 7 p.m. London time. YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, X. See you later, alligator. In a wild crocodile. See you later, alligator. Always wear a smile. See you later, alligator. Go the extra mile.